Welcome to Boozy Movies, where making cocktails and watching movies is what we do.
Say hey, how you doing?
That's right, and opening day of the baseball season is upon us and we are very excited.
And to enhance your opening day experience, we have 2 cocktails that we have created for the movie Major League.
So what do you think about that?
In Major League, a group of misfit baseball players is assembled by a vengeful owner hoping to tank the season and move the team to Miami. Against all odds, they rally together, proving that with enough dramatic music montages and random plot twists, anyone can go from zero to hero. Now, the first cocktail, I'm sure many of you could guess, and that is based off Ricky the Wild Thing Vaughn. So we have named this cocktail Wild Thing.
You make my heart sing.
The second cocktail is based off of Pedro Serrano's voodoo totem, Jobu.
I asked Jobu to come.
So now it is time to throw out the first pitch. We're gonna get started here with Wild Thing.
The ingredients for Wild Thing are Fireball whiskey, Screwball whiskey, corn liqueur, creme de cacao, pineapple juice, saline, and habanero bitters.
In a mixing glass, we're gonna combine 1 ounce of Fireball whiskey, 1 ounce of Screwball whiskey, 1 ounce of Nista corn liqueur, a ½ ounce of creme de cacao, a ½ ounce of pineapple juice, and 1 to 2 dashes of habanero bitters. Add ice and stir for 2 minutes. Strain into a chilled rocks glass with a white sphere made of low-fat or non-dairy milk. And here is Wild Thing. Would you like to do the honors, my dear? So this cocktail, we put some Fireball in there and some habanero bitters because Wild Thing, he throws heat. We're talking 100 miles an hour. How does that, is that coming through?
Yes, definitely the spice is coming through.
How much?
Definitely with the habanero bitters, kind of do it to taste. I think it's great. Might be a bit much for Brian, I don't know. This is supposed to taste a lot like a Cracker Jack, but a spicy one.
Yeah, spicy Cracker Jack. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. We put in some other ingredients like that corn Nista, right?
Nista.
Nista.
Never heard of it.
It's got a creamy texture and it's definitely smooth. The spice does get you kind of, or at least in me, like sort of in the back of the palate a bit and a little bit in the throat.
A little bit in the throat.
What do you think?
And the tongue and the whole mouth and everywhere. Pretty much anywhere the heat can hit you.
Just a bit outside.
It's not scary, it's not too bad. Because putting in like the creme de cacao and this Nista corn liqueur really kind of soften it. And that makes it, it's not punchy, it's not like, oh my God, like, you know, it's just like you're not breathing fire, but it does have a nice little zip to it.
You're welcome.
It is a sweeter drink, so I would call it, again, Cracker Jack. That's what we're going for. So it's got nutty notes. It's definitely got the sweetness there, the caramel flavor.
Yep.
And then, of course, to pay homage to Mr. Wild Thing, we had to make it spicy.
Yeah.
That's kind of juvenile, don't you think?
So we had a lot of fun with the sphere. It is a white sphere, supposed to represent a baseball.
So we have covered the pitching side of things, but everyone loves the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball.
Have to wake up back.
And that is where Pedro Serrano comes in. And he's not that great at the curveball, so he had to ask his little voodoo totem buddy to help him out with the curveball. Isn't that right?
Yes, Jobu.
Coming on up. For the ingredients, we are going to be using mezcal, spiced rum, creme de banana, pineapple juice, walnut bitters, saline, and a cinnamon stick.
Smoke at a rocks glass by flaming a tarragon cinnamon stick cigar and turning the rocks glass over top. In a mixing glass, combine 1 ounce of mezcal, 1 ounce of spiced rum, 1 ounce of creme de banana, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, and a dropper of saline. Fill the mixing glass with ice and stir for 2 minutes. Strain into the rocks glass with a large cube. Give your cinnamon stick cigar a fresh torch and tuck it in. All right, here we go, the Jobu. You want to give it a try? Let me know what you think.
I do.
while he's trying that, really the flavors that we're going for and the obvious garnish is a cigar. We're going for flavors of a cigar along with some more tropical kind of flavors.
Yeah, Pedro Serrano, he defected from Cuba. He does practice voodoo, and his totem is named Jobu.
What, you got a test or something?
So we really wanted to take elements from Jobu and sort of their relationship. He gives him rum, and he gives him a cigar to help him hit a curveball.
He will come.
But you still get some like citrusy elements, definitely the smoky element, and then while you're drinking it, you can still smell that like smoldering cinnamon stick cigar.
Yeah. And love smoking out the glass too.
Yeah, smoking out the glass.
It's a lot of fun.
This time we smoked out the glass after we had chilled it so that kind of the frosty bits on the inside of the glass would sort of collect that smoky flavor.
You really believe that, don't you?
We use mezcal and we smoke out the glass with a cinnamon stick. So saying it's on the smoky side is probably an understatement, but it's very tasty. So if you do like smoky stuff, you're probably definitely gonna like this drink.
Bring that shit to me, man.
While we don't have any actual citrus in this, I still get a lot of like a sourness that like cleanses the palate, really. And it's got that rum in there, which was also like...
Love the spiced rum.
It's very bad to steal Jobu's rum.
So we're gonna bring in the wild thing, and you can have this one, but I do want to sip. Well, a lot of Major League Baseball players have actually said that this is one of their favorite baseball movies. They really love it, and they still watch it every year. And I think it's one of those movies I tend to watch every year, kind of as baseball season is starting.
He's not the best color man in the league for nothing, folks.
It's really fun to see the, what would you say, the underdog story.
Yeah, the underdog story is great. I think one thing that's kind of fun is the sort of locker room banter, or the, you know, banter amongst all of these players that come from all sorts of
Walks of life.
walks of life.
Yeah, kind of the locker room dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Now, one thing that was cool is some of the actors who are in this movie, like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters.
This was before he was like Wesley Snipes, or kind of, right? Before the Blade movies or Demolition Man or anything, right?
Expendables.
Excuse me, gotta take my first step toward the Hall of Fame.
One thing that I think is really funny is that Charlie Sheen and Tom Berenger are in this movie after Platoon. Now, in that movie, if you haven't seen it, it's a heavy movie, Vietnam movie, and they are kind of at each other. And then this movie, they're buddies and friends on the same team, and they're like hanging out, and it's a comedy. So very versatile. They did a really good job there.
Speaking of interesting characters and interesting movies, sports movies, in fact, I want to hear, what interesting sports movie should we watch next?
And make cocktails for them.
Yeah.
Should it be a baseball movie? Should it be a football movie? We do know Happy Gilmore Part 2 is coming out, so maybe some Happy Gilmore cocktails before the Masters.
Yes!
Yeah.
Also some other great baseball movies. The Natural, maybe some Roy Hobbs, that would be pretty badass, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Speaking of baseball, what is your walkout song?
Walk-out song or walk-up song?
Walk up song?
Walk-up song?
Walk-up song. What
Walk-up
is your
song.
favorite walk-up song?
Wild Thing.
Gun, gun, da, da, da.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
make my
So,
heart
all right,
sing.
before she sings anymore, let's cheers and get out of here. All right, thanks for watching. See you next week.